Now on 4, we are such stuff as dreams are made on. Or, to put it another way, Jude dreams, and Mo, much against her will, is the stuffing. Dream stuffing.
It's a funny old world for London girls. I woke up this morning, but I don't know what for, with the final reminders coming through the door. The place is a mess, the situation's dire. Now the kettle is boiling and the toast's on fire. I don't want a job being somebody's wife. I just want to see some action in my life. Everybody seems to get me wrong, but you and me, we usually get along. It's a funny old world for London
Breakfast, Jude! Your barley cup's starting to freeze over! How many times have I got to tell him? Listen, Grandad, I'm holding me talent up here. Morning, Jude. You've seen the cracks under this carpet? One of these days it's got to come right through with that climbing frame of his. Walking frame. Yeah, well, whatever it's called, he doesn't need it if he can use it to bang on the ceiling! Jude, you're going to fry the cat with your great clumping feet. Come on, darling. He's a very, very sensitive little pussycat. Yes, and I'm your very, very sensitive little flatmate. Yeah, but you're not physically handicapped. You think more of that sax than you do of tripod. This sax is very important to me, Mo. This is an extension of my creative personality. I've got to get the spit out somehow. I don't want it going rusty. I think he's sick. Well, take him to the vet.
Jude, what did you have for dinner last night?
Chicken biryani.
Ah, I suppose the cat had chicken biryani too.
No, I got him a beef madras.
Jude,
Oh, we are in a good mood this morning, aren't we, Maureen?
I've got things on my mind.
That's what I warned you about having your ears syringed.
Worries, Jude. I'm worried about losing my job for a start.
Well, who wants to work in a glass eye factory anyway?
It has its moments, like being paid every Friday.
They won't give you the push. That old firm would collapse without you to fiddle the books.
It's collapsing already. This is the age of the transplant, Jude. Who wants one of our glass eyes when they can get a nice real one fresh from a road accident?
Well, I think losing your job could open up creative opportunities for you.
Yeah, I could stay in bed all morning, watch telly all afternoon like you do.
You don't know what I do when you're not here.
All right. What'd you do yesterday?
Well, I had a bit of a lie-in, but then I got up and I finished off the first half of my post-punk opera.
See? 8:30 and it's on already.
What you don't seem to realise, Mo, is that that little box over there reveals to us amazing things. The wonders of our planet.
Rolling rats?
I mean, like nature and science. Like kangaroos having little unformed babies and putting them in their pouches to grow.
Then getting shot and put in luncheon meat.
Well, I'll go balmy stuck up here all day without a telly.
Get out more. Get some fresh air.
The nearest fresh air to here is Southend.
All right. Clean up the flat a bit then.
It's not that bad.
No. But I feel we'd achieve something if we could persuade the mice to move back in.
You can't guilt trip me, Mo. I'm one of the long-term unemployed.
What are you doing?
I am closing my pores to reserve my skin from the ravages of the city. I got the recipe in a fanzine.
You'd go round with your head in a bucket if you saw Boy George doing it.
This is not a fad, Mo. This is the look of the 80s. Faces have to be pale and wasted these days.
Not much hope for me then.
Oh, yeah. Your parents gave you a natural advantage. That means you don't have to worry about your street cred.
That's a relief.
Look, have a look at that bit of paper on the table and tell me how long I've got to leave it on for.
Duran Duran fan from Thames Ditton seeks Simon Le Bon lookalike.
No other side in that brain. Hurry up, because it's starting to zap.
A Apply liberally to face and throat.
Well, you've done that all
Yeah,
right.
I've
done that, yeah.
Allow to harden and leave overnight.
What are they going on about?
You're supposed to sleep in it.
Oh, Brill.
Hang on a minute, Jude. This could be it.
What?
The perfect image for you. Could help your career no end.
Do you really think so?
Yeah. Your first video for the Tube. A derelict wharf down by the docks. You, inscrutable behind all that congealed muck. And the London Symphony Orchestra playing something funky in the background.
Yeah. Thing is, Mo, how would I sing? All playing with sax. This stuff really grips your jaw, you know.
Oh, you don't want to worry about the technicalities, Jude. They'll have a machine to do it for you.
Oh, no. It's got to be real.
Oh, well, have it for your breakfast then.
Tastes all right.
Right. I'm off.
Oh, hang on, I'm coming with you. I've got to be at the DHSS by 9:30.
Oh, what do they want to see you for?
Got an interview with the Employment Review Officer. They want to offer me advice and guidance about my future career. You know, you tell them what sort of work you do, and they tell you how there isn't any. What can you do when you're a free-form artist struggling to create?
Even free-form artists have to eat. Look, you're going to get dressed. I'm going to be late.
I am dressed.
So what are you going to tell them down at DHSS?
Well, I've told one of them I'm an artist and a musician.
Oh, I bet you made their day.
Well, actually,
Morning, girls. All right, girls?
what you got there then?
Oh, it's a transmission shaft from a Range Rover.
Nice.
Here, you seen inside their flat? They've only been there a week. Grease everywhere.
Well, how can you run a breaker's yard from the 17th floor of a tower block?
You've lost all your passing trade for a start, haven't you?
Miss Bedford? Good morning. I'm Mrs. Tudge, the Employment Review Officer.
Hello.
Now, Miss Bedford, we've asked you to come and see us because the department's getting a little worried about your difficulties in obtaining employment. Now, my job is to make sure that our clients are barking up the right tree. Or in your case, whether you're barking up any tree. Or even whether you can bark at all. Okay? Because we mustn't give up, must we?
No, of course not.
Now, Miss Bedford, I see from your file that you've been unemployed for nearly 3 years. In that time, you've tried various careers. Private investigator. Ballerina. Oh, yes, more recently, modelling.
Yeah.
With little success.
Well, I have tried. I've been round loads of agencies.
Oh, Miss Bedford, we find that many young women see themselves in the fashion industry, but it's a highly competitive field.
Yeah. Said my face was all wrong.
Yes.
And my legs are too short. You have to be leggy. Long legs in proportion to your total height.
Well, I think perhaps the time's come now to rethink things a little, don't you?
Oh, I have. At the last agency, I told him I'd even consider taking my clothes off. He said, with a chest like mine, it didn't seem worth the effort.
I think, Miss Bedford, you should realise that life just doesn't always work out the way that we'd like it to. Now, have you ever thought of word processing? Well, it could be quite exciting, you know, working with the latest technology.
Yeah, it's like typing though, isn't it?
Well, it's the same principle.
So you'd have to be able to spell, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Oh, well, see, I never did get the hang of spelling.
Oh, but you did get a CSE in English.
Yeah, but I failed so many others, I think they give me that one as a consolation prize.
Don't seem to be making much headway, do we, Miss Bedford? Perhaps I should remind you that if the department isn't satisfied that you're making sufficient efforts to find a suitable job, your eligibility for benefit could be affected.
You mean cut off?
Exactly. So if there's anything preventing you from devoting your energies to finding a suitable job, you'd better tell me about it now, hadn't you?
Yeah, well, you see, it's my sister.
Your sister?
Yeah, my invalid sister, Maureen. She's come to live with me.
Oh, I see.
You see, when I left the orphanage, I had to leave her behind on account of her disabilities. But it's always been my dream that when I found a proper place to live, I'd have her back with me. You see, she's the only family I have.
Really?
Yeah, of course I have to nurse her. 24 hours a day I'm on call. But I don't mind. I told her I don't care if I never become a top model, because when it comes down to it, blood is more important than money. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, I wish you'd mentioned your sister at the outset. It does help if we're made aware of all the circumstances. Oh, and the department does make provision in the case of special need.
It's a labour of love, really.
Yes. Now, does your sister receive a disability pension?
Oh, no.
Well, why not?
Well, she worries they'll catch up with her. Who? The orphanage. You see, she ran away. Well, actually, I wheeled her away.
This whole situation is very bizarre. So she has no income. Presumably you both live on your benefit.
Well, yes.
Well, this is most irregular. I must get on to my colleague, Mr. Sharples, right away, see what can be done. Your sister must be visited. With any luck, we'll be able to fit you in this afternoon. Then her needs can be assessed.
Oh, no, I don't think that's a very good idea. In her condition, she's easily upset.
Oh, don't worry, Miss Bedford. Mr. Sharples is a very understanding man.
Oh, good.
For entertainment, music, top comedy, big series, drama, excitement. On ITV and Channel 4 for the week ahead.
There's so much more than TV Times in this week's TV Times.
May I have a word with you over here, please, madam? Is this all your baggage, madam?
The outcome of a sentimental impulse could mean a sentence of death for the animal you love and couldn't leave behind, and for you or someone like you, death in a manner that is beyond description.
It's a funny old world for London girls.
I'd offer you a glass, Mr. Sharples, but it's low cal. It's all we got in the house. Yes, she's diabetic too. That's why she's not here, see? Inhaled the fumes from an old Starbar wrapper and it brought on one of her fits straight. Just like that. I know. Yes, they were hers. Horrible, isn't it? To have lost the sister and be left with these. No, I wouldn't believe it either. Look, Mr. Sharples, I'm a liar. But I only said it because I thought you was going to come and cut off my benefit. And it's not fair because you shouldn't threaten people. Oh, what you could do happens somewhere. It's a long story. What's that? What's what?
What are you sitting on?
That's a chair.
I know that. It's not our chair, though.
No, I bought it.
Why?
It was very cheap.
How about a cup of tea? I've just about had it.
Tea? What now?
Yeah, nice cup of tea.
Mo, you're not supposed to be here. What's happened?
I've been made redundant. We all have. Factories closing, going into liquidation.
Well, when are they supposed to give you notice or something?
I have. 2 weeks' notice.
So what you doing home here now?
Well, we had a meeting of the workforce and we decided if the management were going to make us redundant, we had no alternative but to call an immediate strike.
Well, what good will that do?
None, really. But makes you feel better.
No, I think what you need is some fresh air. Clear your head. Why don't you go out for a nice walk?
I've had a nice walk from the bus stop. What I need is a cup of tea and support and sympathy from my flatmates.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. But I'll make you a cup of tea and you have one of your sherbet lemons. That'll cheer you up.
Yeah, where are they?
Well, I think there's a loose one down the crack in the sofa. Look, being made redundant is not so bad, you know, Mo. This could be your big opportunity to change your lifestyle. Oh, Mo, we ran out of tea.
I have coffee.
that. It's full of caffeine and very bad for you. Why don't you pop down the shops and get...
You go.
No, I can't.
It's a commode.
No, it's not.
My granny had one just like it. What's it doing here?
Well, I've been having a bit of trouble. Ever since that week I went macrobiotic.
You expect me to believe that?
Possibly.
You don't know what's been in here.
Well, it was second hand.
And what about this? Doesn't that belong to...
I was cleaning it for him. Peace offering. Oh, see, it's too late! Tell him I don't live here.
Jude doesn't live here.
Oh, that's a pity. Still, don't mind about the cable, do you? I had a word with Jude earlier. She said it'd be all right.
Jude, come out of that cupboard.
Has he gone?
Yes.
What was he like?
Young, fair hair, medium height, greasy overalls.
Oh, just like Richard next door.
What's Richard next door? Come on, Jude, who were you expecting? I want the truth.
No one? Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. I've just not been feeling myself lately. Ever since that interview down at DHSS this morning. Made me feel very claustro. Look, why don't you go and get some tea?
All right. But while I'm away, I want you to sit down quietly and work out how you're going to tell me what's going on, all right?
Miss Bedford? Sharples DHSS. In?
Yeah.
Should I keep my voice down?
If you want to.
Sleeping is shit.
Oh, no. Now, come in. Sit down. Oh, hygiene.
Yes. Now, Miss Bedford.
Now, Mr. Sharples, I've got a bit of a confession to make. You know, I went down to your office this morning.
Yes, you saw my colleague, Mrs. Tudge, didn't you?
Yes, well, I completely forgot to mention that Wednesday is Maureen's day on the machine. Just slipped my mind.
The machine?
Down the hospital.
I see. She has dialysis.
Something terrible. She's had it ever since she was a little kid. But she's very brave. Never moans. Any other day, and you'd have found her right there where you're sitting, doing her embroidery.
Really?
It's beautiful work, Mr. Sharples. I'd show you, only she took it with her. And every bit of it, as soon as it's done, straight down the Oxfam shop.
I'm sorry I missed it. I better get all this down on paper. Now, Miss Bedford, how long has your sister been with you? Because there's
no record. Well, it's not been very long.
No reason why we can't backdate a support grant.
But time does fly, though.
Weeks?
Oh, yes.
Months?
Certainly.
A year?
Oh, no, not quite that long. Must have been several months now, because when I read in the paper that the head of the orphanage had been found guilty, I knew I just had to get her out of that place.
Found guilty of what?
Well, you know the sort of thing. Well, there was a picture of him going into court with a blanket over his head. I knew there was something funny about him when I was there.
You were brought up at the same orphanage?
Yeah, but I ran away.
To your parents at Woolwich, while you were still living there when you first signed on?
To my foster parents. I ran away to my foster parents. That's why me and Maureen have got different surnames.
I see.
Complicated, isn't it?
Excuse me, Miss Bedford, but there seems to be something out on your balcony.
I was probably just a cat.
No, this is something larger than a domestic pet. Miss Bedford, there's a man on your balcony.
A man?
Yes, now how do you account for that?
Richard, what you doing out there?
Don't tell me, you're just good friends.
No, he lives next door.
Does he?
Oh, sorry, Jude, but Mo let me in on the way out and she said it'd be all right.
The ambulance come for her while I was out.
Ambulance?
I just want to mention one thing before we go any further, Miss Bedford. You do know that the department has certain rules about cohabitation.
With him?
With her? That'd be Dad, I'll get it.
I'll answer it. Why don't you just stay on the balcony, Richard?
Nice girl.
Very.
Just come to see how you're doing, boy.
Fine, Dad.
How touching.
Well, you got to keep your eye on, don't you? Oh, Bill Lawson. I'm in the motor trade, so if you ever need any spares...
Graham Sharple's Department of Health and Social Security.
Well, when I say in the motor trade, I should add retired. I leave it all to the boy these days. It's my health, you see. Thought he was something to do with you.
Well, Miss Bedford, if you don't object, I think I'll take a quick look round.
Help yourself.
Bedrooms?
Just don't scare the cat. What's going on, Richard? How did you get out there?
Mo let me in. Look, remember when I asked you if I could put a wire across your balcony?
I thought you meant a washing line.
Washing line? No! We want to fix up the electricity, don't we?
What? Our electricity?
Oh, no, we want to run the cable across your balcony, in through the hall window, and then plug it into the mains power in the lift shaft.
We got a few extra appliances, a bit heavy on the juice, you know.
You know, like spot welders.
Metal cutters.
Well, why can't you run it out your front door?
Be a bit obvious.
I thought it was bent.
Yours, sir?
Mine.
Is this the other bedroom?
Yes.
I think he suspects you of something, you know.
Yeah, well, he's got the wrong end of the wrong stick. But Mo's going to be back at any minute.
Well, what's the problem when he realises Mo lives
That's
here?
just it. She's going to come walking through that front door on her own 2 feet, perfectly fit and healthy, and not a victim of terminal dialysis at all.
Terminal what?
The DHSS have been hassling me. They just don't understand the problems of a creative artist.
Look, I don't get it. Why does it matter if Mo comes back?
I told him I couldn't go out to work because I had to stay at home here and nurse my invalid sister who come to live with me.
And she calls us Ben.
I didn't mean to be dishonest. It's just that they get you into tight corners and you say the first thing what comes into your head. Me being a creative artist, I tend to think of...
Ridiculous lies, yeah, we get the picture.
Oh, look, if one of you could just go downstairs and stop Mo for a minute, then I can...
I don't want nothing to do with it in lying to the authorities.
I know we all have different lifestyles, but cohabitation is cohabitation, even if it's with a transvestite.
Who's a transvestite, him or me?
Hey, look here, mate, you got the wrong end of the stick. Look, Dad, why don't you go downstairs and tend to that matter we're
I'm
talking
going
about?
home.
There's no need to go, Bill. We could all sit down and have a chat with Mr. Sharples here about spot welding and electricity.
My time is very precious, and I'm not in the mood to chat.
No need, Mr. Sharples. I've just remembered urgent business downstairs.
In the lobby.
Now, Mr. Sharples, I'm sure we can clear this up very easily. It's
Do you have some kind of documentary proof of your address?
no problem.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Got a light?
Somewhere.
Got a ciggy? I left mine in the machine.
No, I'm trying to give it up.
Been shopping?
Yeah, tea.
Gee. Hey, talking about liquids, how about you and me sort of go for a quick drink, huh?
No, thanks.
Come on, I'm buying. Now, what you like? Half a lager, half a shandy, half a bitter? Well, baby Shan, what about a Britvic?
Look, Grandad, I don't like being manhandled and I don't want to drink, all right?
Grandad, what's the matter? Don't you like me?
I don't know you.
I'll tell you what, I've got a bottle upstairs in the flat, you know.
Why don't you just keep that?
Yeah, come on. What do you mean? Get him off me out! It's Molly! She's collapsed! She's had a
I'm trying to stop her, but she's a big girl.
This is my party-tabled sister! I thought you're pretty all right!
Right, let's get her inside, Dad. Take no legs, don't say a word.
You'll excuse us, won't you, Mr. Sharples?
Yes, but you'll be hearing from us, Miss Bedford.
We could grow a yucca in it.
Here, believe I was your sister anyway.
Well, I didn't think they'd want to see ya.
And fancy using my name. What's going to happen when I sign on?
Oh, don't worry, Mo. I'll think of something.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I woke up this morning, but I don't know what for. With the final reminders coming through the door. The place is a mess, the situation's dire. Now the kettle is boiling and the toast's on fire. I don't want a job being somebody's wife. I just want to see some action in my life. Everybody seems to get me wrong, but you and me, we usually get along. It's a funny old world for London girls.
In Dream Stuffing next Thursday, at the slightly earlier time of 11:15, Mo and her colleagues at Seymour Optical Aids are threatened with redundancy, so they go on strike to defend their jobs, with unexpected results. A pageant of top-class sporting competition is coming to Channel 4. The World Games 1985 starts tomorrow at 3:30, and for the next 10 days you can see coverage of 23 sports not yet featured in the Olympics, ranging from trampolining and taekwondo to roller skating and bodybuilding. And if bodybuilding is your scene, then you can get the feminine angles on the subject in Pumping Lace, later tomorrow at 9:35. Rippling sporting action on Channel 4. And that's just about it. Time to put another day to bed. We start at 2:15 tomorrow afternoon with the Queen's visit to Bristol to mark the 150th anniversary of the Great Western Railway. And then at 3:30, those World Games, and a chance to spot the next TV megasport. My money's on taekwondo, or trampolining, or tumbling. From all of us here at Channel 4, a very good night.